Recording. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna mute everybody, Lucy, and then you can unmute yourself. So welcome, guys. Today is May the 9th, Tuesday, and we have 14 people already. Super excited. I'm again. I always look to see who's on because I feel like if I know you, I don't want to introduce myself. But sometimes people may get on afterwards. So I'm Jessica Villarreal, Star Director for Team Achieve the Dream. And then we have Lucy Liu for Team No Limit. Lucy's going to take over presenting what we're going to talk about today. However, we're going to do a little housekeeping. If you guys had been on our calls before, then you know way back when we used to do recognition. So I think that's something really big that a lot of people have been missing. So we're going to kind of go back to that. Announcements really quick right now. I'm going to say it now and I'm going to say it at the end of the call. So May the 20th, guys, like I can't keep on preaching enough about our Party with a Purpose training. If you have not registered and you're local or you're like Ashley and Lucy and they're going to travel 5 hours and come, then, register because it's like literally $6 and some change to go. And it's going to be an amazing training. We're going to have Jeff Dastrip from home office is going to be here. I don't know. They may send someone else. I know Jeff for sure is going to be here. It is an amazing training if you're wanting to get your business started off like amazingly well and then have a system to plug your new consultants that join into that same system. So May 20th, Party with a Purpose. Second announcement I want to talk about is we are well off into the summer incentive. I asked a few people the other day about the summer incentive. They told me they didn't know what it was. So FYI, if you're on this call and you do not know what the summer incentive is, I highly recommend that you stay listening because that's what we're going to talk about. How you can obtain that summer incentive, what it is, what you get, what the dates are, all of that good stuff. So do you have any other news, Lucy, that you, my throat is hurting. Then you already have your numbers pulled up or no?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So, hey guys, it's Lucy Liu. She introduced me, so I don't need to do all that. But I'm super excited that we're gonna go over and do recognition and share our top sales because yes, we hadn't done that in a very long time, and it just shows who's working, and we love to recognize those people. So for top 10 on Team No Limit, we have Lisa Scott. She closed her month in April with $870.27. She had a fundraiser that I think she had going on for 2 weeks. So that is freaking amazing. Then we have Kimberly Xavier. She was at $1,520.58. Someone needs to mute their phone. And then we have Marissa Garza. She ended April with $985.60. We have Autumn Gunn. She ended April with $789. Alicia Ramirez was at $769.38. Mackenzie Morgan was at $660.60. That's a cool number, $660.60. Joanna Navarro was at $651.80. Bianca was at $644.50. Julie Ramirez was at $620, and Myra was at $595.20. Those are awesome numbers. Again, that's numbers for Team No Limit, and there's a couple leaders on here that are on their way to director, and their team is rocking. That is Marissa's team and Joanna's team, and actually Mackenzie's team is rocking as well. I would like to welcome Autumn Gunn. I hope I'm saying your name right, your last name. She joined in April on my birthday, actually. So welcome. I'm so glad you are a part of our team. She did hit shooting stars. So congratulations on that. And also she is very close to promoting to certified. She's like $71 away. Exactly, to be exact, $71 away. So I know you could do that here in the next couple of days. So keep sharing, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. And her sponsor is Crystal Gunn. And she is the only one that sponsored someone in the month of April in Team No Limit. So way to go, girly. I would like to congratulate the next 4 girls who promoted to certified in April. That is Krista, Myra, Lauren, and Patty. They've all certified, so yay, that's huge. And then we have 1 promotion to Star Consultant, and that was Lisa Scott. Like, she is a couple of months into the business, and she has been on fire since day 1. Promoting to Star in just a couple months like that is amazing. Keep doing what you're doing, girl, because you are rocking it. And go ahead, Jess, if you want to.
Okay, so for Team Achieve the Dream, top 10 in sales, Barbara Corrales was at $2,660. Felicia Perales at $2,041. FYI, if you ever hit over a $2,000 month, Scentsy gives you a raise. So these people are earning more than $600 on their check. Just saying. Liliana Arellano was at $1,640. Mary Lopez, $1,490. Adriana Corrales at $1,155. Jenna Leslie, $905. Lucy Juarez, $853. Lauren Peters, $835. Patricia Hamrick, $833. And Sylvia Silguero, I hope I'm saying that right, $807. So that was top 10 in PRV for the month of April. Now, I want to welcome, we have quite a few people that joined in April. So let's, if my computer acts right. Okay, so, sorry, hold on. Okay, so welcome to, I think we had like 9 new people. Catherine De La Cruz, LaShondra Wilcox, Jan Finch, Joni Huerta, Lindsay Martinez, Ashley Galati, Sylvia, wow, Sylvia, great job. Okay, Sylvia Silguero, Eleonora Figueroa, April Valle, Mariah Esquivel. So those were our new team members. So welcome, welcome. And I'm just going to congratulate their sponsors. So Mary Lopez, top recruiter for the month. She recruited 2 people. Jenna Leslie, Melissa Carrion, Christina Cavazos, Barbara Corrales, Lucy Juarez, Kaki Ramos, Jessica Gonzalez, and Jessica Hernandez all recruited 1 new team member in the month of April. Great job, guys. Great job. That was a pretty good month. So let's talk about promotions. So congrats to, well, if I can get my thing to cooperate. Corina Molina promoted to certified. Valerie Vincent, certified. Amber Garza, certified. Antonio Sandoval, certified. Mary Galindo, certified. Laura Sainz, certified. Liliana Arellano, certified. Mary Lopez and Nettie Alonso Palacios, I believe. Yes. They both promoted to lead, and 1 star consultant, Barbara Corrales, promoted to star. So great job. That was a lot of promotions in April. Way to go. That is it, guys. Great job.
Yay, awesome job, guys. Okay, so those of you who are on it and know what's going on, this is probably going to kind of, y'all know the steps already. That means y'all are on point and working your business. For those who don't, I'm glad that you're on. Make sure you have pen and paper, take notes. And I'm also going to tell you what you need to do on your workstation. That it's a must, that you must do. So this incentive, it's a restart incentive. It's a sensational restart incentive. And basically, we're getting the opportunity to restart our business to win this beautiful warmer. If you haven't seen it, it's like a star shaped, kind of twisted. Look for it on the workstation or look for it on our team page. I know I want it. Like, it's a must. I must get that warmer. And they have given us all the tools. I mean, we have all the tools to work our business, from the get-go, but they're like redoing everything for us. I will say that you do need to go to your workstation, and at the bottom, if you haven't already, click on, there's 3 little points at the bottom. It says sensational restart. It's the first things first checklist. Go through that. Act like you're a brand new consultant and start from day one, because we're going to get to redo our first 70 days, like if you're brand new. And that checklist will help you. There's also the next checkpoint is the summary of home office touch points, and they have little links to videos so you could watch those. And then they have a sensational restart tutorial, and it's a video. You could watch that. So that's just something to do when you're putting at least more than an hour. Hopefully it's more than 30 minutes that you work your business a day, and you could go and do those type things so you could get on track. So for this program, or this sensational restart incentive, there's 2 levels. Scentsy said, freak being basic. I'm not giving you a level 1. You're going to go for level 2 and level 3, and then there's the top 20. There's 3 different. But so there's no level 1 in this program. It's level 2 is where you will start. So you will have, it started May 1st, your 70th day. So what's today? The 9th? So it started nine days ago, which we should already be on track. But if you're not, it's okay. We're still early on in the month, and you still have 60, I don't know, I can't do the math. But, we have 70 days from May 1st. So it runs from May 1st through July the 9th. That's our 70th day, is July the 9th. Not the end of July, but July the 9th. It is open to all current consultants and new consultants. If they are new and they join this month, they have the opportunity to participate in this incentive, plus work their sensational start program and get those requirements for that as well. So they could, it's so much better for the new consultants. It's always so much better on incentives for new consultants, and it's so much easier too for them as well. So they could get on board with this. Make sure if you have new consultants, you're walking them through their 70th day, and walk it with them. You could be their Scentsy buddy, because you're doing the same program as they are. So here's what we need to earn it. For level 2, how to qualify is you sell $3,000 in PRV, which that is super easy, because you could sell $3,000 in total from May through July the 9th. So that's super easy if you just want to earn it through sales. Or you could sell $1,500 in PRV from May 1st through July 9th and sponsor 1 consultant. They call it personally enrolled consultant. So you're going to hear me say the letters PEC a lot, because that's just abbreviation for personally enrolled consultants. So once you get a new consultant and they reach $200 in PRV, which that's what they need to become active, that is one way. So sell $1,500 in PRV, have 1 PEC, and they need to become active, which is place an order of $200. they could place that order. Now, don't get confused. Here's where, you may get confused. We have our 70th day to earn this incentive, right? So it ends on July 9th. But our new consultants that we promote from May 1st through July 9th, they have till the end of July to become active. You get that? Hopefully you get that. So they could turn in their $200 in PRV at the end of the July, and that would still count towards your points. So how easy is that? How easy is that? That you don't even have to get them to certified. You just have to get them to activate, and that's placing their $200. All right. And then with that, you do also have to complete the first things first checklist, which I mentioned to you. That's on your workstation at the very bottom on your homepage. So, and how they're going by that is it's an honesty thing. So Scentsy is expecting you to do the honors program.
Wait, Lucy, before you finish that, they're doing the honor system with us, but the new consultants have to complete it.
Exactly. And it'll tell us if the new consultants complete it. So, thanks, Joanna. That's a good point. So, yes.
And just because it's the honor program for us that have been around, there are some things in there that they have added. So don't think that you can just look at it and, oh, I did it, because you have to go in there and do your goals and all that. So just think you can.
It'll really help you. It's like walking you literally step by step. So it'll really help you act like you're a new consultant and you're starting all over. Like we need that. It's awesome. We didn't have this when I first started, and it's amazing. There's little links again to watch videos if you're a visual person and stuff like that. So go on there and when you can on the workstation and check that out. So for level 2, doing those requirements of 3,000 PRV or selling 1,500 in PRV and sponsoring a team member, having them place a $200 at the end of July. They have till the end of July. Do your first things first checklist. You will get $125 in Scentsy event credit. I said event credit, not product credit. It's event credit. And how that would work is like, say for instance, next year for reunion, you could use that credit towards your reunion. What I do know is that this is just an example because none of our events are like $80. So it's an example. If the event's $80, you don't get what's left from that credit. Like you just lose what's left. If the event's like $250 and you want to put that $125 into that, then you could do that and then you pay your difference for the event. So that's how that would work. And it's just for events. It's not for, they won't change it to product credit. And so you could use it for reunion. You could use it for world premiere. If you become a director and you want to go to boot camp, you could use it for boot camp. You could use it for leadership if you're a director and above. If you are, star, superstar, consultant, and you want to go to leadership, you can't use that because you're not a director yet. So just FYI, keep that. And then last but not least, for level 2, you will get that that sensational award warmer that I was telling you about, which is so beautiful. So that's level 2. On level 3, again, it's May 1st through July 9th. Sell $6,000 in PRV. Or sell $3,000 in PRV and sponsor 2 new ECs who reach $2,000 in PRV by the end of July. So, I mean, those numbers sound a little bit high, but they're not. And I'm going to kind of break them down for you here in a second. And then for that to qualify for level 3, you have to complete the first thing first checklist on your workstation, and you'll get $200 and $225 in Scentsy event credit, and then the warmer as well. So that's level 2 and level 3. Those are the requirements. we're not going to go for level 2 or 3. We're going to go for the top 20, like all of us are. You know, we're going to shoot high, go for the moon. The least that could happen is we're going to get to level 3 and get all of that, which is the bomb, right? So let's work for level 20 and for the top 20 earners, and that is top 20 level 3 earners with the highest number of PECs who joined during the incentive period. So who joined from May 1st to July 9th, and they're active 1 month during the incentive, will also earn a voucher to leadership. So they'll get a voucher to leadership. We don't know where that's at as of yet. They'll pay for their registration for that and their lounging, which just means, you know, their hotel and then for their food. So, and then you get to have dinner with Heidi and Orville. Now, the way to get to level 20 is sponsoring. And I'm going to go over these little, like creating a little plan for you guys. And I'm going to start at the top 20. I'm going to start here because that's where I want us to focus on and work for. So on the top 20, you don't have to have that much, you know, like if you're not a good seller, that's fine. Top 20 is more about the recruiting part. So you could have less of PRV, but you have to have more of PECs, more people joining your team, more people becoming active, and shoot, get them to certified if you can. So by doing that, you'll have to be willing to flip your hostess, having basket parties, home parties, and flipping your hostess, your customers, even your customers. You will have to be willing to give up your PRV instead of getting there still and have them join your team, and that will get you on your way. So let me tell you this. When someone hosts a party from us, that's because why? They love the product, right? And they love to party and they want to get their stuff, you know, free and half price. So why not be a consultant? So they've thought about it. If they host a party for me or they're hosting a party for me, they've thought about it. Like it's been a thought in their head. Well, what if I could do this? What, you know, let me have a party and see what I get out of it. So they've thought about joining Scentsy or joining your team. That's why they're hosting a party from you. So make sure you offer the opportunity to them. Try to flip it into the opportunity for them to earn this incentive, this summer incentive that we're going through. So you will have to take your selfish ways out and not worry about your PRV so much and not worry about your PRV being so high, and be willing to give back, because you will get more out of them joining your team than their sale or their party. So with that being said, to get to the top, you will set a goal to really recruit 10 to 20 people. And how you're going to do that is by making your list of 100, or think of 10 to 15 people who could use an extra income. I could think of them right, you know, like just in 5 seconds. How many of them could use an extra stream of income? They may say no. Okay, go on to the next. That's why you sit there and you make your list of 100, so you could go down your list and keep on going. So sharing the opportunity with them, it's going to be huge. And what I'm actually going over, it's on the workstation, guys. Like everything, all the tools that we need are on the workstation. So pull them out, because there's also a sheet of FAQs that I kind of want to go over a couple, like 3 or 4 of them, just so that way you'll know. Like the one here, it says, if a consultant rolls up under me and then becomes active, will it count towards the incentive? And yes, she will, or he will. If a consultant who rolled during the incentive period, May 1st through July 9th, rolls up to you and becomes active while in your front line by July 31st, they will count towards the incentive. Recruits who become active under a previous sponsor and then rolls up to you will not count towards the incentive. So that's good to know. The next one was, if a consultant is reinstated or restored as a Scentsy consultant and then becomes active, will it count towards the incentive? No, they had to be a brand new consultant. So no, if a consultant is reinstated or restored and then becomes active, it will not count towards the incentive. The consultant must be new to Scentsy during the qualification period, May 1st through July 9th. That's very important, because I know we get lots of consultants who want to come back and they think they could redo the program. They won't count as a new consultant. When will I find out if I earned the Sensational Restart Incentive? You will be notified via email from our awards and recognition team by August 31st. So we'll know what level we hit. I mean, because there's not a tracker for this one. Normally, they'll have a little tracker for us, and there's not going to be a tracker. So we have to, of course, we're going to be tracking it ourselves, but we'll know for sure. We'll get an email from Scentsy by August 31st. When will the Sensational Start Warmers be shipped? That was my question. They will be shipped in the fall of 2017. And again, they're very beautiful. This one I have stars, because it's stars next to this question, because it's a good question. If there's earners in the top 20 who cannot attend leadership, so say I made top 20 and I can't go to this leadership thing because I don't have a babysitter for Bubba, which I'll make sure I find one. So if I wouldn't be able to go, the question is, who's next in line to be invited to take their place? So how they're going to work on that is, if a top 20 earner indicates they will not be able to attend leadership, they will invite the next person, the 21, 22, 23. So, like that. So you never know. We could be that top 20. We could get there. So that was good to know. And then this other one is very important as well. What if there is a tie in the top 20? Which I see a lot of ties. I don't know exactly how they're going to go by that, because this incentive is very doable. It seems so easy, and it is if you make your plan and your goal and take it step by step. It's so doable. So in the event if there's a tie, it just all basically goes to how many active recruits they have, and that's what it'll go by. So that's why I said maybe just recruiting, and yes, getting them active is your first step, but swing for the fence and get them to certified. It's better for them because they get a raise, and it's good for you as well because they're growing. So that was that. Again, these sheets are on the workstation. I would print them out if I was you, just so that you could have them for your information and flip them around and track a little plan. And because that's the only way you're going to do it. You're not going to earn this incentive by just winging it or by luck. It's not going to happen. You have to work for it. You have to set a goal and go for it. You have to push all the excuses to the side and just make things happen. For level 2, how I told you, excuse me, that the PRV that you need for that is 3,000. I'm going to break it down for you, right? So we have 70 days to hit the 3,000 for level 2. So divide 3,000 divided by 70, that equals 43. So basically you need $43 a day in PRV to hit that goal. That's 2 6-packs. That's 2 Scentsy Buddies. That's a warmer, a $40 warmer, and a scent circle. You know what I'm saying? Try. That's the daily goal, is $43. So if you do it in a party pathway, you need 3,000 in PRV. So say our qualifying party is 200, right? That's a qualifying party. So divide 3,000 into 200. That's 15. So you need 15 parties to be qualified parties at $200 each. So if you could have 15 parties for May through July 9th, that's simple. We all know sometimes we get an $800 party, a $500 party. You know, sometimes it's lower than $200, and there you are trying to collect and follow up with other consultants, with other customers to get your $200 party. Because I train my team, and I know Jessica trains her team, and I know a lot of these leaders train their team to not put an order less than $200, period, when you place an order. Why? Don't. Make sure you collect enough orders to put an order of $200 to have a qualifying party. That's the smart thing to do, because you're going to get the hostess rewards. So, so have 15 parties. If they all total out to $200, you'll hit your PRV of $3,000. So here it says, so I'm going to say weeks. 70 days is 10 weeks, okay? So if you have 15 parties in 10 weeks, that's 1.5 party a week. So a home party and maybe a basket party. I know we can't have 1.5, but round it to 2. So you could get there, have more. So 2 parties a week is what will get you to that $3,000 in the party world. All right. So another way is, so we all know 2 people, right? We all know 2 people that need extra income. Like, again, in 2 seconds, I can think of 2 people who need extra income. So sponsor 2 people in the next 70th day, and you're going to have to be there for them. Like I said, y'all could be a Scentsy buddy because you're doing the 70th day program as well as they are. When they're a new consultant, you got to hold their hand. You got to show them show them around the workstation, push them to get on the workstation and pull those 3 documents that I was explaining at the beginning of the call, and have them open their consulting guide, like get them through their 70th day and working their business earlier on. So you do have to be a leader and walk them through that stuff. Don't just recruit these people and think they're going to figure stuff out on their own, because they're not. So make sure that you are being that good of a leader, and helping them, because they will then help you at the same time. So, so then with that being said, so have them 2 people, have them 2 PECs, and then have your PRV has to be $1,500. Again, a qualifying party is $200. So divide 1,500 divide by 200. That's 7.5 parties. I say 8. So in 10 weeks, that's 8 parties that hit $200. Doable. That is so doable. 15 in PRV. Have 2 consultants become active, and in the 10 week, which is the 70th day that we have at least 8 parties, and you will get there. And that is 1 party a week. So again, like, it's simple. It's very doable, guys. Like, we could do it. We could do it. For level 3, and this number may scare you a little, it's 6,000 in PRV, right? But as you heard our top 10s, like there's Lisa Scott, she was almost at 3,000 in 1 month, and Kimberly was, over 1,500. Having a $2,000 month is very doable. It is, when you have parties. And I'm sorry if you hear my husband screaming in the background. Bubba's being bad. When I first lost my job, I was hitting 2,000 a month, like that. Like, I wouldn't even know until the end of the month. It was the last day of the month, and I'm like, wow, I'm already past 2,000, or I'm at 2,000. It's very doable. And the reason being was I was having parties every week. I was having one-on-ones, which were my little mini parties, every week. So it's very doable, and you're gonna love your paycheck. 30% commission off of that, like, wow, you'll have a great paycheck if you have If you break it down to in May 2000, June 2000, and July 2000. Just saying. You could probably take me to eat. So that's 6,000 in PRV for the level 3, right? So let's divide that into 200, which is a qualifying party. That equals 30 parties. Yeah, that sounds like a lot, right? But in 10 weeks, which is our 70th day, you have 3 parties a week is what it's breaking down to. 3 parties a week for 10 weeks will get you that $6,000 in PRV. Right? Sounds easy, right? When we break it down, it's very doable. 3 parties a week. I could do that. You could do that. Or the next one is 3,000 in PRV with 2 active PECs. And again, just break that $3,000 down and get them 2 people to become active by the end of July. Simple. Like, let's do this. That's all it is to it. All it is to it. I know I want that warmer. I know I want that event credit because we all could use the event credit to go to this Scentsy family reunion and, of course, me leadership. But, I mean, I want to be one of the top 20 and get my leadership paid for and have dinner with Orville and Heidi. So let's do this, girls.
Hey, Lucy.
Oh. Did I mute?
Yeah, can I chime in on something? I just wanted to share since everybody's like on the sales part. So I printed out the list of 100. You see it? It's in your workstation, the list of 100. Like, I'm a numbers person and I like to break down everything as far as like me. I want to go for the 6,000 because that's like, if you think about it, break it down, it's doable. So it has 100 already on here. So if you divide that 3,000 into what is it? Whatever, $20. I think I divided it into $20. Yes, $20. That's 150 people you can talk to on a day-to-day basis within the month or breaking that down, and you can get 3,000 in May. Sorry, and then you could do it again for June. But don't stop there. Just keep going and going and going. That way you can already have your June number set for your 3,000, and you don't have to worry and rush towards the end of July 9th to break it down again. But it is doable. So that's how I break down my numbers to, is it 150 times 20? That's a scent pack. Not a scent pack, a scent sampler. So I just wanted to share that.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Tiffany. I was saying, and I may need you to share in a little bit again, Tiffany, because I don't remember. We had a leader. We have some rock stars, right? And Tiffany's one of them in our group. So it's stars and above. But we were on a call and we were, going through this and trying to make a plan and stuff and going through this and just saying, okay, well, what do we need to do? What do we need to do to kick in gear to go? So I, back to the basics, very beginning earlier on, if you've been with Scentsy for a while, you've probably heard this, that we had the five bracelets. So, I put on 5 bracelets on my arm and I need to share, I have a goal to share with 5 people a day the opportunity. When I share with that one person, I move this bracelet over to the other hand. At the end of the day, they're not on this other hand. Guess what? That means that I didn't share with no one the opportunity. And that just kind of is just a reminder for me. You could use any kind of bracelets, or you could use, basic rubber bands, and just switch them over to the other arm. And it just gets your mindset of, oh, these bracelets are still on this arm. I need to share the opportunity. I know that, I don't know who else is on that was on the call. I see Jessica Gonzalez on here. So if you want to chime in and just say what you're doing on the recruiting part, or what do you do?
Yeah, hold on. Give me a second.
I don't get your face. No.
Yeah, so give me a second. It's because I have company over.
Okay.
So It's very important, first of all, for you to make a business page, because no matter what other people are going to be looking at it. Even if nobody likes your page, it's going to reach out to people. So I would suggest, if you don't have a business page, go ahead and make time to do that. And it only takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Make your own graphics, super easy. So I try to post to my business page every single day, at least once, the most, maybe 3 times a day. So I wanted to share that also. And what I do is, well, I haven't done it, but I'm going to start doing it, is make recruit packets. And we had started this, I think it's been a while, right, Lucy? Like 6-7 months since we had that little group thing. So I just buy the bags from Dollar Tree, and it could just be any, but not the plain ones because they're boring. So this is what they had at the time, and it has like hills, a crown, I don't know, hearts. So I print out the top 10, what was it? The top 10 reasons to join Scentsy. And I don't have what I print out, but from the workstation, I print out what you get in a kit and the compensation plan. And then I'm so glad the product sheets are so small now, because if y'all remember, the fall ones were huge. So I just fold this. I don't have a stamp, but I have business cards, so I just staple it on here. And I put a drawing slip, and I'll just say, take a picture, or I'll just say, fill it out and send me a picture, please, when you're done. And sometimes I'll get them, and sometimes I don't. That's okay. And if you are signed up for Scent of the Month, I put the samples in there. Now, if you're not, what you can do is, I got these little bags for $5 from the family store. It's a pack of 50, and if it's a business card, and I'll just put a sample in here, and I'll just staple like one of these. Like if I'm in the car or something, I have a couple of them in there. Well, now that it's getting hot, I don't leave them in there no more, but just like real quick, if I talk to somebody, I just have it handy with me. And it just has the compensation plan and why they should join. And these are the older ones. This is what I had real quick, so I just pulled it up. But I have the new ones too, the newer ones they made. So you always want to have these on handy, maybe at least 5 in your purse or in a diaper bag, because it's very easy to just give it to them, start a conversation with somebody. I always try to wear a buddy clip on my purse because it gets attention if somebody's standing next to you, whether you're in a line at Walmart or Kroger or wherever, or say like you have a dentist appointment or a doctor's appointment. I always leave like 2 or 3. I try not to leave too many because I don't know if they're really gonna just like keep it or throw it away. Takes time and money to do it. But I would try to ask people like, hey, if I make a basket and I'll send a picture and say, can I leave this at your office? Some will say, majority of my friends, they say yes. And I haven't done that lately either. But I know I did a lot around Christmas time. It has helped. I do get random orders. And I just, as soon as I get that online order, I just go ahead and text or email them. If they don't respond to my text, I'll just email them and say, thank you so much for your order. I appreciate you supporting my business. And then like in a couple of weeks, I'll run a report on our workstation, and I will go to PWS orders, and I'll just go get their address, copy it, and paste it on Microsoft Word and print it out and bring it home. And then I send them a thank you card, some samples, and a product list. So I just wanted to share that real quick. And if you, like I said, if you don't have Scent of the Month, if you're not signed up for it, which you should be, you can just get like a little bag thing and put a sticker on there. I always say my stickers, just in case I run out of these flyers. So I usually try to get everything. I'm not cheap. Well, I guess I am cheap, but you know, I'm always on a budget. So I do have a full-time job. I get paid, you know, bi-weekly. So I always budget out like, okay, so if I just save $20 this time, I can buy envelopes, I can buy tape, I can buy thank you cards, and I just like divide it by different weeks, and I just put the $20 to the side. So you don't have to go out and spend like $50, $60. Just budget yourself, especially if you're on a strict budget. I would suggest you go to Dollar Tree because that's where you can find majority of the things. If you have a little bit of extra money and you want something from the family store, you can do that. Like this week, I'll get this from here, or the next week, I'll get that from Dollar Tree. So just try to budget yourself. And I think that's about it. So these from the dollar store comes with 25 product list you put in there. Drawing slips, I believe these are $5. I don't remember because I bought a whole bunch at that time. I think I bought like 2 packs. And if you don't, like I said, I don't really give these away unless I put them in the orders, but I mainly try to print them out and put them in here so it can fit just right. So I'll be all cluttered. But I think that's it, Lucy.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. So yes, having your recruiting packets, recruiting folders ready to go at all times and have them with you is the way that you're going to share the opportunity with other people while you're out and about. So if you do not have a recruiting kit or recruiting folder, whatever you want to call it, I suggest you start making them and pass them out. Pass 10 out a month. You know, set a goal for yourself to get those in people's hands. So thanks, Jessica, for sharing. Ashley, do you want to share what your little thing is that you do?
Yep, and this is something that we just that I basically just came up with, like she said, last Monday when we were on our Leaders Live call. And I'm sure a lot of y'all noticed this stupid light. It's kind of hard to tell, but Jessica added the paychecks, these little paychecks, and so I printed them out. And what I started doing was when somebody ordered something, even though it's a 30, like this customer right here, she ordered $39 worth of products. So what I did was I'm going to give her her receipt with her order, but on the back of it, I made the check out to her and told her she basically could earn $9.75 with her order if she, you know what I'm saying? I'm basically showing them what they could have earned if they would have been a consultant and ordered it for themselves. So that's how I'm kind of recruiting without necessarily giving a recruiting packet, because like Jessica said, sometimes we're on a budget, and I like to pass out a lot of recruiting folders, but like she said, sometimes what if they just throw it away? We don't want them to throw it away. And so this is my way of kind of being cheap and not necessarily, like I said, giving them all the recruiting info, but it's just kind of giving them a check with their name on it. And she's like, wow, I paid her $39. And I could have made, you know, like if I would have joined, I could have made that $9 myself or whatever. It's just a little bit of an incentive. And I even do this, like if they have a $15 order, I will write them a check for whatever the 25% is on $15. And it may be just a few dollars, but it's just kind of my way of showing them that they could be making some sort of profit off themselves. So that's what I'm doing. Another thing.
Real quick, Ashley, someone asked me, where do you get those printed checks from?
They are on our workstation. Jessica, not on our workstation. They're on our team page. Jessica added them. If you go to the pictures and like you go to the picture gallery, search on our team page, it'll pull up the checks. And I think they might even be in the files tab. So I know they're in the pictures and they may be in the files tab. But and it comes with 3 checks per page. You could just print them off on regular white paper. You can print them in black and white. But I mean, it's just a neat little way to show our customers, hey, I could have made $9 off of myself, or, you know, that. And like Jessica said too, we're always on a budget. I printed off, it might be hard to see. Let me go, may have to open it. Look, okay. So I printed off these little things because I'm out of business cards. We're always on a budget. I am out of business cards. So I made my own. This is like the starter kit. It's on green paper, so it's kind of hard to see. But it's just a picture of the starter kit. I just cut it out, and added my tag on the back. And these are my business cards right now, ladies. Like, that's what I'm working with. I'm working with what I got because, for one, I'm being picky and I can't figure out how I want to design my business cards, and I'm just being picky. So I had to get creative and make me some makeshift business cards for right now. So, and like I said, it's just the picture of our join kit. So whatever, it doesn't have to be fancy, ladies. We just gotta use what we got and work with what we got. So that's what I've been doing, is showing them the paycheck, and I made my own business cards.
And see, that goes back to where I had said earlier about flipping your hostess or flipping your customer, letting them know what they could get from the party that they just had, how much they could have made from that. That's how you flip them, and that is a great tool to use to flip your hostess. So thanks for sharing, Ashley.
You're welcome.
Also, I forgot to say, the packets, the recruiting packets, or whatever you want to call them, we used to have to pass out 10 a week. So I would highly suggest you make 10 a week and pass them out. So that would be 40 in a month. But if you're on a budget, you could at least maybe do 5 a week. So I just want to throw that out there because I forgot to say that.
Awesome. Thank you. And we were on it, boy. We would like send pictures and post pictures and say, I have my 10 a week, about to share those. So I think we should start doing that on our team page, just so we could motivate each other to do that, because that's huge.
Look, I made 60 of them that I made. They're like mini recruiting packets. It just comes with the sample, and then it has the join kit info. So they're like, I made 60 of them, just mini. They don't, like I said, they don't have to be fancy, girls. Just make little mini ones. Just little mini recruiting ones.
Who else?
Okay.
Who else is on the leadership? Okay, go ahead, Jess.
So I know we're getting close to the hour, but I wanted to kind of touch on a few things. So Lucy and Ashley and Jessica basically told you how, right? The how-to, what we need to earn this incentive. But I want to kind of, I know I see some new people on the call, which is always a plus. But I want you to think, and I'm very realistic, because there's maybe not someone that's on right now, but maybe someone that listens to the recording, or maybe you're a leader and you have a team member that is just being negative or has that little icky bitty committee that's telling you, why do I want to earn the summer incentive? It's event credit. I'm not going to go to an event. Okay. So maybe you have someone that's thinking about that. Of course, you're going to get the warmer, which is, who doesn't want that dang warmer? I want the warmer. But I want to give you three things to think about. Why do you want to earn this incentive? First off, okay, so when I joined Scentsy, I joined in April. I will tell you, I've earned every summer incentive that has passed with Scentsy. And it's very important. For one, I want to earn every summer incentive because that's just my makeup. I want to earn it, period. But number one, so what I was told when I first joined was, this is pruning season, right? This April, May, June, July, these summer months are your pruning seasons. They are the season that you want to grow your team. If you're still on this call right now, I know you're not a hobbyist. You're wanting to maybe have a certain amount of money that you make a month, or you're wanting to step your game up and you want to become a leader. That's just how it works, because you wouldn't be on here if you're just trying to get free and half price product. Okay. So this is your pruning season. And what that means, when I joined, I remember Becca telling me, this is the season that you need to grow your team. This is the season that you need to get knowledge under your belt. This is the season that you grow your team. So when the fall comes and you have those biggest months of our whole year in direct sales, you're increasing your paycheck, you're promoting, and you're helping other people do the same thing that Scentsy has been able to bless your life with. So this is pruning season. Like, you really want to think about growing your team right now. Okay, so that's number one. Maybe, you know, you're saying, I'm not going to go to an event, but long term, if we're in this to create a business, that's what you need to be worried about. You need to be worried about, if I recruit 10 people, me and my team, and they do the same, where am I going to be at come August? You're going to be right in line to be having a fat check in the fall. I'm going to tell you that. So number two, you want to promote. And if you want to get productive new team members, now is the time to get them on. Because if you didn't hear in the beginning when Lucy talked about, it's very important. Like, if you are a new PEC, a personally enrolled consultant, and you enroll during the summer incentive, you enroll someone, they have the option of earning Sensational Start and the summer incentive. So that means this new team member is going to join, is going to kick butt, and is going to earn product credit because they're in their first 70 days period, right? And then they're also going to earn event credit. If somebody gives you free money to go to an event, I'm almost for sure you're going to attend the event, whatever event it is, right? So you want to get productive new team members. You want to get team members that go to events, because I'm going to tell you, consultants that go to events, leaders are born at events. And when you can get a new consultant to attend an event, you best believe when they come back, they're going to be on fire and they're going to be a productive team member. Okay, so you want to get people that are going hard and are working and are being productive. Let them get double the credit. And I promise you, they will stay and they will become leaders within your organization. Okay, number three. This is the kicker, because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm all about the money, okay? So, growing your paycheck, guys, like literally, just like Lucy talked about, a $2,000 month will yield you $600 paycheck, okay? Just remember that. But let me tell you, if you're not a huge seller like me, and I'm just throwing that out there because I'm not, I never have been. But I can tell you how I can get $600 the same way, by recruiting 3 to 4 people, promoting to lead or star, and getting my people to produce and helping them along the way. That can get me to $600 the same way or more. You have to take your mindset to understand that if you want a bigger paycheck, you can sell all day till you're blue in the face, and that is fine and dandy. If that is what you want to do, by all means, go and do it. But if you want to be more effective and you want to leverage your income, is growing a team. And that is why it's so important, because you can get $600 by maybe not selling $2,000. But if you sold $1,000 and then your team produced and you help them produce and promote. So growing your paycheck is like super, super important. And promoting to a leadership role. I just want you guys that may be on the call, and this is our income disclosure. If you've never seen this, I highly recommend that you Google or that you go to our workstation and you look at the income disclosure statement. So it's going to give you the average. And maybe you're on here and you're saying, I want to be a director. What does that mean in terms of money? I'm very money driven. And I'm sorry, at the end of the day, we all should be, because we're working. It's a business. The average annual commissions in 2015 that were paid out to all consultants, director in title and above, was almost $16,000. That's kind of what, I mean, it's on a lower end, but that's almost what some people are making minimum wage or more. I mean, think about that. What could $16,000 a year do for you if you hit director? What could it do for you? I know it could do a lot for me. That's average, okay? An average star director has an annual commission of $42,000, okay? And your average superstar director, $219,000 for the year. So if you're sitting here and you've never looked at the income disclosure statement, it's very important that you go and look at it. If you're in this business to make money, you need to know the numbers. You need to know what this industry and what this business can give you. Because at the end of the day, I know that can do a lot for me and my family. But if you don't know those things, you don't know to go recruit. We can tell you all day, go recruit. But what does that mean to you? What is that going to do for your bottom dollar? So 3 things. If you're wanting to become a director and you're wanting to have a paycheck like that, you got to recruit. And now is the time to do it. To be able to earn level 2 or level 3 is huge. That earning level 2 and level 3 is going to double your business in the fall. I promise you. And maybe you don't go to the event, and that's fine and dandy. But if you can double your paycheck by the time fall comes, I mean, who can't use that? So I just wanted to give you a different spin on that, and go look up the income disclosure statement. It shows you this is the average the commissions that were paid out. 2015 is the most recent one. They have a 14 and a 15, but 15 is the most recent one. And it tells you at each level what the minimum payout was, what the average is, and what the max is. And it will blow your mind. Some people say, do you people really make that much in a candle company? Heck to the yes, they do. So if you haven't seen the income disclosure statement, I highly recommend that you go look at it, because it's the truth.
I want to add go ahead, Lucy.
And it's real. Like, we've been in the room with some of these superstar directors that make just that. And it's like crazy. Like, wow. And if they could do it, why can't we? We all could do it. And that's why Scentsy kind of gets us prepared through these summer months, like Jessica was saying, for the fall. And then for the fall, they do an incentive to earn the trip, so we could go on a trip. So, I mean, Scentsy, like, literally, again, like I said earlier, they give us all the tools. They're helping us out by doing these incentives for us to push us to get there. So by us winning the incentive, going on, earning trips, earning the warmer, hitting level 2, level 3 on this summer restart incentive, it's gonna help us in the long run, like Jessica said, to get where we want to be. Like that, you didn't spend $99 to just sit there and not do nothing. I mean, a lot of people do, and they get dropped just like that. But why? Why spend $99 and not do nothing with it? Like, dude, not dude, but like, we have everything that we want and need in the palm of our hands. It's just up to us to put it into work. So, yeah. Go ahead, Ash.
I was going to add a number 4, and you kind of touched on what I was going to say. They give us this summer incentive to help us basically get prepared for the fall incentive, because August 1st, we're going to start our fall incentive. And the 5 years that I've been with Scentsy, most of the summer incentives, they have to reach certified for you to get points off of them, not just get active. That's 1,000 PRV that they have to sell for us to get points for our summer incentive. So this year they did it where we only have to get active. And to me, that's a sign that they're really trying to get us prepared for our fall incentive. So that way our new team members will already kind of be at close to certified, so we can get points for our fall incentive. So it is important to push for these summer incentives, because it's getting us prepared for that fall incentive. And that's the big one. That's the big mamma jamma, the one that, we really want to earn. So it's just as important to work the summer to get you prepared for the winter. So don't downplay the summer incentive because it's just as important for the fall, like they said.
And don't think that you can't do it, or don't think that, oh, I'm too busy to do it, or I wasn't a whole goals person until like recently. I have earned every summer incentive Scentsy has given us. Now, I haven't earned every fall incentive, but I've earned every summer incentive that they had given us, and, you know, going to leadership and stuff like that. But I'm leaving to Punta Cana, in less than maybe 3 weeks, in 3 weeks. And I wouldn't have earned that without making a plan and setting the goal and doing it. And I wouldn't have earned that without growing my team or doing what I had to do prior to the summer incentive that Scentsy had given us. So it's very doable. If I could do it with 5 kids on my plate, and a husband that's very needy, and parents, and, you know, siblings, like, you guys could do it too. You guys could do it. And I don't work 9 to 9, you know, like, if you follow me, I'm always out and about, but I'm always out and about, and I make sure I fit Scentsy into what I'm doing on a daily basis. So, yeah, it's very doable, guys. And I want you guys to get everything out of it. Like, I want all of you to have that warmer. I want y'all to have that credit so y'all could go to reunion. And talking about reunion, registration is still open. So if you haven't registered, make sure you do so. Because, you know, your leaders are born at events. So, and if that, it's a life-changing, and you will see the bigger picture, why we're always so excited and so pumped and to sharing, like, these incentive things with you guys, because it's just what we need to do, and it's amazing. And it's just, what other company does that for you? Gives you these incentives, and you could take your spouse, you could work towards taking your spouse, or, you know, a mom, a dad, anyone. Like, there's a lot of the top 100 earners that they're going to Africa. I think it's next month. Or this month, and some went to Rome, and, you know, like, we had different options, and that Scentsy has given us. So getting prepared now and working your summer will help you earn that main incentive.
And I'm just thinking, if they're only going to allow 20 people this time, because they normally do the top 100, they're probably going to pull out the stops for these top 20 that get it. Like, I'm talking, this ain't gonna be no little shindig. I mean, Africa's huge, and that's 100 people. So can you imagine what they're gonna do for just 20 of them? That's huge, in my opinion.
It will be awesome. I'll tell you that.
Yes. Does anyone have any questions? I hope y'all go to the workstation and print out or follow those steps that we talked about on the homepage at the bottom.
Ashley,
it's also in your starter.
I haven't shared that. I haven't shared those two. I shared them, I think, in the elite group, but I didn't share them on the page. Can you put both of those on our page?
I can. It's also in your starter guide if you're new. Bust out your starter guides. Look in your starter guides. That'll, especially if you just got a starter guide, because that'll tell you exactly everything you need to do. I will, I'll go post those on the page now.
Thank you.
Oh, I'll have to wait till my phone is about to die. I'm on 2%.
Girl, your phone's always dying.
Man. Can't keep that sucker charged for the live. Well, because it starts going off at 6 in the morning between 11 ladies.
So who's on that thought they were not going to go for the summer incentive, but maybe they changed their mind? Is there anybody that maybe it wasn't that big of a deal to you, and maybe you kind of see the bigger picture now? Anybody? I see some new folks on here. Y'all unmute and talk, because if y'all ain't talking now, then y'all must not be sharing y'all's business. Y'all talking here with us.
If y'all not talking, then y'all really ain't opening y'all's mouth for business.
I'm going to push myself hard to do it.
Yay.
Who's this?
Yeah,
Jessica.
Jessica. Way to go.
Oh, okay. Which one's talking? I couldn't tell. I have it on gallery view, so I was like, who's talking?
But yay, so adorable. And you just had a one-on-one with Jessica, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So awesome.
Yep.
Anyone else? I know I'm working for it. I mean, I never doubt it, but I mean, it's doable, guys. It's super easy. It is.
Where do we
It
find
is.
the checklist again? I'm sorry. The checklist for the workstation.
So right when you log on to your workstation, scroll down at the very bottom.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, there's 3 activities.
There's 3.
at the very
Yeah,
bottom.
there's 3 little like points, and those 3 are very important.
Okay. Now I know what to look on as soon as I get off of this.
Yes.
And the videos that they have you watch for the new consultants, they're only like, I think the longest one's maybe 8 minutes long.
Yeah.
They're not long at all. So you can watch those little videos. And I even said in the comments, you know, it's good to watch them just so that way when you do have a new consultant, you'll know what they're watching and they're not just by themselves. So that, I mean, it is like, I've literally, like, what are we? We're on day 9. So like I went through the sensational start and like I'm on day 9 right now and I watched the day 9. I think it's the letter from Heidi is the day 9. I have it printed out. But yeah, like I'm following it just like I'm a new consultant. Is today even the 9th? What's today?
Yeah,
Hey, I also wanted to share, there's quite a few events out there that are still looking for people to do Scentsy. So just letting y'all know too, if y'all have a chance to go look, like what we mentioned before, how to look for them. And I know there was at Heather's, one of y'all posted the video of somebody finding the events. I can't remember what the name of that was, but I did look into it, and yeah, you do have to pay for it, but I think it's well worth it because it is your business write-off. So if you just type in events in the Google search and events in Dallas or wherever you're at, I think it's Texas something. I can't remember offhand. But yes, there is events out there that are already looking for people for the fall and still some in the summer. So if you're looking for events to book in the fall already.
TexasFairsAndFestivals.com.
There you go.
What is it?
TexasFairsAndFestivals.com.
Yeah.
.org.
And you know, another thing that I know, actually, I'm on a group. We're in a group of 7 of us. 4 of them have hit superstar director, and the other 3 of us are star directors. And what they're doing right now, a lot of, even if there's like an event that you can't sell at, but a promotional event to hand out information about the opportunity, that is what a lot of people are focusing on right now as far as recruiting goes. So, you know, maybe what your normal event would be to have a booth and sell product, or maybe you don't have inventory to sell products, but you can make some joint brochures and you can hand out informational packages all day and focus on our most important product, which should always be your opportunity. If you're wanting to recruit and you're wanting to grow your team, that's what I know 3 superstar directors are like, that's their biggest focus right now. I will tell you, I text messaged Jason Harwood because, again, my first thing when I knew the Summer Incentive was coming out and I knew about the top 20, I'm like, I want to go for top 20. But realistically, what does that mean, right? Like, how many do I need to recruit? I'm a goal-oriented person. So immediately I was drawn to how many do I need to recruit? Okay, so one of my friends who is like was in the top 10 of all Scentsy consultants, period, for 2016. She was in the top 10 recruiting wise. And I asked her, realistically, what is your number you're going for? So we went back and looked at some numbers and averages, and I'm kind of still waiting to see what Jason says, because he was supposed to text me back with some information on like maybe he was going to get with some of the people that forecast the numbers on what is realistic. So I know this may sound like a lot, but in our little group, we're going for 20 new team members within those first 70 days. Like, I know that may seem like a lot, but you reach for the stars, right? To try to see where you land. So, you know, that's kind of what we're going on. And, you know, we have a little accountability, and we're texting and like, hey, how many people have you talked to? What are you doing? How many parties do you have? Blah, blah, blah. And going back and forth, because, I mean, it's hard for you to do it by yourself. If you have someone in your area, or connect with somebody on the page, you know, get their phone number, become an accountability partner with them, and go hard every single day. If this is really something that you want to do, I mean, that is probably the biggest tidbit of information. Like, I legit could not work my business every day if I couldn't text Lucy every single day and be like, what the heck are you doing right now? Because I need to get on track. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't, because I would probably stop working my business. I'm going to be totally honest with you. So if you're here and you don't have anybody that you do that with already, I highly recommend, whether summer incentive or any other time, like, if I could not text message my Lucy and all the other 7 girls that are in the elite group to get ideas, to talk to them, to see what they're doing, like, I would probably stop working my business. I'm going to be totally honest with you. So just a little tidbit of advice. If you want to connect with somebody on the page, there's 400 and some people on that page. Find somebody.
And if you don't have no one, find somebody and get them to join your team, and let them be your Scentsy buddy. A cousin, a family member, a school friend. I mean, whoever. If you don't have nobody, find them and have them join your team, and y'all do this together. But of course, yes, we're always there on our team page, you know, if you need that. But girl on your team.
Any other questions, guys? Well, I think this is a good call, and I'm excited to see new people on the call. That excites me.
Yes. I'm excited to see Kathy. I'm just calling her out.
I just want to say, too, that I really appreciate y'all doing this, because, you know, y'all don't have to do this. Technically, we're only required to have y'all's phone number. We're not even required to have team pages. So just want y'all to know that it's a lot of love that y'all do all this for us. Lots of love.
Aww.
I know I help too, but y'all push me to help, and y'all kind of like force me, but it's all out of love. So just want to say thank y'all.
Thank you.
And I just want to put Ashley out there, because Ashley lives in Plainview, and that's like 6-hour drive, and she will be here on May 20th at our Party with the Purpose meeting we're having. So if she could make it happen, I don't see why you guys can't. Just saying.
I really need a girls' weekend too. It was kind of one of those things. It was like, if y'all don't let me go, I will go crazy and take y'all with me.
That's funny.
Well, all right, guys. If anyone has any questions or anything, you know, there's our team page. Post. Go to your sponsor first, of course. And so, yeah, I need to go because my little one is sick and crying up a storm everywhere, and I smell food. So, great call, guys. Let's work towards this summer incentive. It's so doable. We could do it. We could get that warmer. We could get that credit, and let's go for it.
Not we can. We are, and we will.
We will.
Claim
We
it.
will.
We already earned it. We have already earned it. Claim it.
Girl, I already got free leadership. What you talking about?
I'm already top 20.
We will. Oh, yeah. I'm already sitting at the dinner table with Heidi and Orville. What y'all doing?
That Yes, send me a plate.
Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna stop recording.